Most agents are calling dead lists. Here's why 43% of winners aren't. Portal leads convert at 0.4 to 1.2% according to REDX 2026 research, but expired listings convert to listing appointments at 43 to 44%. That's a 36-fold difference. The gap isn't about how much data you have, it's about seller intent, the actual motivation signal. Goliath data and tools like it surface that signal in real time by pulling from thousands of data points. Probate status, tax delinquency, absentee ownership, pre-foreclosure flags, property condition. These signals refresh hourly, not monthly. When you call a seller within hours of a motivation trigger, not weeks after a stale lead came in, your conversion jumps dramatically. The best tools combine intent detection with a built-in CRM so you qualify sellers and track deals in one place, not three. Seller intent is the belief that a property owner has a reason to move now, not someday. That reason is motivation, money problems, inherited property, vacant units, or life events that push them to sell. For decades, real estate professionals confused list stacking with actual intent. Prospective AI research in 2026 revealed the core problem. Static forms generate 5,000 unqualified addresses for every one real lead. You're drowning in volume, not in motivated sellers. The real advantage isn't a bigger list. It's proprietary seller understanding, built one conversation at a time. ProbateData's 2026 study found that the strength of the motivation signal is the primary predictor of close rate and acquisition margin. Probate specialists outperform general-purpose tools on per-deal close rate by 2 to 3x because they focus on one high-signal segment. People who inherited property and must act quickly due to probate deadlines. You can't close what you can't identify. Intent-based prospecting solves that. Seller intent scoring works by stacking multiple data signals into a single probability score. Here's the mechanism. First, the system pulls property records across thousands of data sources. Second, it measures distress signals, probate status, tax delinquency, code violations, absentee ownership status, days on market if the property was previously listed, recent title transfers indicating new owners likely unfamiliar with the market. Third, it combines those signals into a single intent score, refreshed hourly. Goliath data pulls from this workflow. The platform surfaces motivated sellers before they hit the market by running this calculation automatically and flagging properties whose score has risen in the past 24 hours. That hourly refresh is critical because motivation is time-sensitive. A probate sale moves fast. A tax-delinquent owner becomes more motivated after the tax certificate sells. An absentee owner holding a property vacant is losing money every month. Fourth, the system integrates a CRM so you can pull the list, score it, skip trace the contacts, and log your outreach in one system. Coursiv's 2026 analysis found that this integration advantage, avoiding context switching between 5 tools, cuts deal cycle time by 30% and improves follow-up consistency by 40%. Resimpli built the all-in-one model by layering list pull, skip trace, dialer, AI follow-up, and deal tracking into a single platform. That reduces setup friction and keeps your team focused on conversations, not tool swapping. Step 1. Choose your intent platform based on your strategy. If you're starting and need a complete system, go all-in-one like Resimpli. List pull, skip trace, dialer, AI follow-up, and deal tracking all live in one interface. If you're scaling a specific segment, use a specialist. Goliath Data excels in high-signal intent detection with hourly refreshes. Prospective AI replaces static forms with conversational qualification for maximum accuracy. Pick one platform and commit for 30 days. Step 2. Pull your first list. Define your target: probate, pre-foreclosure, tax delinquent, absentee owner, expired listings, or a stack of multiple signals. If you're new, start with expired listings because they have high intent and public history. Pull 100 to 200 properties in your target geography. Most platforms let you filter by county or zip code. Step 3. Score and rank. Once you have the list, let the intent algorithm rank them by motivation strength. Focus on the top 30. These are your highest probability conversations. Probate data research shows that focusing on the top motivation quartile increases conversion by 2 to 3 times compared to calling the full list randomly. Step 4. Skip trace and build contact info. This step pulls phone numbers, email addresses, and mailing addresses from public and subscription databases. Most all-in-one platforms bundle this. If you're using a specialist intent tool, integrate it with a skip tracing service, or do this inside the same platform. Bad data kills deals. Verify at least 2 contact methods per property before dialing. Step 5. Contact and qualify using a conversation framework. The first call is qualification, not a pitch. Ask open-ended questions. What brings you to sell? How long have you owned the property? What's your timeline? Listen for motivation signals that match the data you pulled. Log everything in the CRM with date, response, and next action. Schedule follow-ups if they're not ready now. Most motivated sellers move in 30 to 90 days, so consistent follow-up multiplies your deal flow. A Texas wholesaler with 3 years of experience was stuck at 12 deals per year, most coming from cold calls to wholesale lists. His close rate on generic lists was 1.8%. He'd call 100 sellers to get 2 appointments. He was spending $15,000 per month on stale lists with no filtering for motivation. In May 2026, he switched to Goliath data and committed to probate plus absentee owner signals. The first week, he pulled 150 probate leads filtered to properties with no recent activity. Goliath data's intent scoring ranked the top 40 by motivation signal strength. He skip traced all 40 and called them using a simple framework. Hi, I saw you may have inherited property address. Are you planning to keep it or move it? Probate sellers have high intent because they're under pressure from the probate deadline and frequently live out of state. By week 2, he had booked 8 conversations. By week 3, 3 of those had turned into assignments. He closed his first probate deal for a $12,000 assignment fee. By the end of June, he'd closed 3 probate deals with an average assignment fee of $11,400. His cost per lead dropped to $280, 1/54th of his old cost. His close rate jumped to 7.5% because he was calling motivated sellers within hours of their motivation signal triggering, not weeks after they'd already moved through the market. He's now tracking 24 deals in his pipeline instead of 6, and he's spending the same $15,000 per month on one intent platform instead of spreading it across 5 tools that didn't integrate. Mistake 1. Calling a list without prioritizing by intent. You pull 500 leads and call them in whatever order they arrive. Wrong. Intent scoring exists to show you which 50 sellers are actually motivated. The Texas wholesaler above used to call 100 addresses to get 2 appointments. Once he focused on the top-ranked 40, his appointment rate jumped to 7.5%. Motivation is not evenly distributed. The mistake wastes your time and tanks your morale. Instead, always sort by intent score. Always call the top 20 to 30 first. Let the bottom 70% of the list marinate for 30 days. Call them as follow-up when motivation may have risen. That single discipline multiplies your deal flow. Mistake 2. Switching tools every month instead of building muscle. You buy Resimpli, use it for 3 weeks, see 3 bad calls, and buy Goliath data. Then you buy a different skip tracer. Your data is scattered, your follow-up breaks. Building a repeatable deal machine takes 60 to 90 days. You need consistency in the tool and in your conversation script. Instead, pick one platform for 90 days. Use it daily. Log every call, result, and follow-up. By day 60, you'll see patterns in what works. By day 90, you'll have a repeatable system. Then optimize or switch with full data in hand. Mistake 3. Ignoring the CRM because you're busy. You pull a list, call 5 sellers, get a call back 3 weeks later from one, and you forgot who they were or what motivated them. Missed deal. The CRM is not busy work. It's your pipeline asset. Every conversation you don't log is a deal you don't have visibility on. Instead, log every contact in real time or immediately after the call. Note the motivation signal you heard, their timeline, and your next action. Review your CRM weekly. Follow up with warm prospects before cold calling new ones. Warm follow-up converts at 40 to 60%. Cold calling converts at 1 to 3%. Mistake 4. Paying for a tool but not using the intent features. You sign up for Goliath data or Resimpli, pull a list, skip trace it, and then manually sort by address instead of using the intent score. You're ignoring the feature that multiplies your close rate. It's like paying for a car and walking instead. Instead, always use intent scoring. Always pull by signal, not randomly. Always filter to your top motivation quartile before dialing. That feature is why the platform works. Rule to remember: motivation beats volume, every time. You'll close more deals calling 30 highly motivated sellers than 300 random ones. Build your whole system around finding and contacting the top scoring sellers fast, and you'll multiply your deal flow. Subscribe for more real estate tech breakdowns.